What's going on, guys? It's me, Shukashu. We are back with another umamusume video. This video, we're gonna go back and train Kita. I believe he's been almost 3 weeks. Almost. And I wanted to see if I can get a pretty good one here. Maybe even crack UA with her if everything goes well in this training. So pretty much gonna try that out for this training video. For the setup, pretty much the same, except instead of using Still in Love for the speed card, I'm using the Almond Eye speed card instead that I maximally broken before the last video. Still using 2 guts with Haru and Stay Gold, Ezra Ramino Wise card, Tamamo Power, and the Tucker Bryan friend card, and that's pretty much the setup. So before we do get started with the comments and in the training, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Request for those that haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Request channel or the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. And now we are here. Now, the one thing I could say about my Kita trainings that I've been trying, well, pretty much the same setup and all that at this point, is that it only goes well if the speed RNG goes well, because I only have 1 speed card. I think the last one I got, the pretty decent one, was because I had 2 speed and not 2 guts. So I don't know if that could be a main thing, but or not, but just what I remember. And I've been trying not to do 2 speed because I have reached 1800 plus speed without having 2, as long as the RNG is well. Unless it has something to do with me doing just well with chasers, then that could be the reason. At least that's how it looks like. My run just seems to be better with chaser, which the main difference between the cards would probably... No, it's just most likely the Taishin chaser card, which I feel like would make some kind of a difference, maybe. My assumption, at least. That would be the main difference in setup. I'd still be using the Still in Love speed card because of the card works with chaser and betweeners as well. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't really gotten... Well, I haven't tried... I haven't trained the chaser since, but since using Almond Eye hasn't really felt too much of a drastic change, at least when it comes to training. I still feel like something is, it still feels the same as when I was just using Still in Love. But the main difference I could see is that I could do with the Still in Love, I mean Almond Eye, is I don't have to just use it for medium distance, which is great. Maybe I just need a guts card, which I do have, except it's in the Almond Eye situation where It's just it was an almond eye. It is an almond eye situation where almond eye only had one copy. Is pretty much the main reason why I'm using two guts cards to kinda help it out a bit. Luckily, in a CM that doesn't necessarily need as much stamina as the last ones, but still. But it's alright. Just gotta work with what I have. Maybe, don't know how long into the future, maybe we'll be able to get Stay Gold to max limit break. Maybe is a key word. Didn't happen with Orpherv, and Stay Gold might be in that same situation. Might. Plus, there's basically close to a month, a little over a month before we see the new scenario or get into new scenario, so we don't know how that's gonna change things up. So we'll just see. We'll just see. But other than that, why don't we start going over the comments? And the first comments we're going to be going over is from Nova, and the first one says, I see a Vivlos. I like. So just, I wonder why I feel slightly surprised that you noticed it. Feel slightly surprised that you noticed it. I was gonna say you can use an admire groove, but then I remember the Tucker situation. Yup. Haven't been borrowing any cards. Didn't get 3LB on my Tucker Bryan card. Only got one. Only got the one copy that pretty much means nothing. The one copy with no dupes. So yeah. Yep. That's all I got. I mean, my Admire Groove, I do have the card. It's exactly like Stay Gold. Just one copy. It basically replaced my Almond Eye in a way. I'll just focus on bonds. Nova says, my deck for Still in Love was basically Almond Eye, Admire Groove, Tamamo Stay Gold, Daring Tack, and double speed. Like I said, I feel like I could possibly benefit more off double speed. But with my Guts card being the weakest out of my cards, since it can't, and when I use all the support card stats, it doesn't really feel any different from when I basically just use one Guts card. Because even with Haru or using Stay Gold, pretty much just stay around where it would be if it was just solo Guts cards either way. So I feel like the only way I can make up for Guts is by having two Guts cards. But if this was like a long distance race, I would just have to give that up just so I could work on stamina. Just so I can work on stamina. But the only reason why I'm able to, at least I feel like I'm able to go to guts this time around is because I don't think we need too much stamina. Like I said, I think around 1400 would be just okay. So sacrificing the no stamina for, well, the helping guts, because even with one stamina card, mine would be super creep. Still doesn't necessarily help out in the guts department either way. At least that's what I noticed from me trying out all stats, setups, 2 speed and 2 guts. That's pretty much the main setups I've tried. As much as I wanted to go one of each, even if I go with the Haru card. But it's what I have. Can't do anything about it. Tanoki responded saying, gotta hop onto that no 3LB Tucker build that is all the rage now. I didn't even know there was a thing, but sounds interesting. If I don't have to use a 3LB Tucker, then that gives me a little bit of leeway. Maybe I'd borrow a Guts card instead and see what happens. That'd probably work out the best for me. Nova says MLB that Tucker for me. Then Tanoki says, my circle mate is testing it. I have MLB, so I'm not going to test it myself. And that got me curious, though. I might try it for fun. I'm going to try it on a chaser. One time. Sometime today, maybe, if I remember. But I'm going to try it one time. And then borrow a max LB Guts card and then go double speed and see if I see a difference. Maybe. I don't know. But I am curious. Next comment says, it's a good investment for that almond eye since I predict that she will be usable for more than a year. Oh. I predict she's going to be usable as long as I need her. As long as I feel like I need her. Genuinely now, I can say that my Kita card is most likely retired since I got Almond Eye to max limit break. So I guess that makes it official now. It's usually best to use the anniversary ticket on those meta cards that are still meta. As for myself, I'm still kind of stuck since I got 3 of those SSR selectors, 1 from Annie and 2 from purchase packs, and 2 rainbow crystals. I can easily get Dura Stamina to MOB or even get Journey Speed to MOB. I guess I'm not sure if that's what I'm gonna do since the next scenario is coming up very soon. It is. Yes, it is. I guess I'll see if I get lucky on those chaser cards first. If they pull another BS with the Tucker thing, then that's where my rainbow crystals will come in handy. Very true. Very true. As for me, well, if they do the same thing with Tucker Bryan, I'm just, if I don't get it off the free pulls, then it's gonna be borrowing it again once again. Next comment says, forgot already. I think it's meat of some description for that burrito. think it's meat of some description for that burrito. At this point, it's just some meat. I don't suppose it's wasn't just a go-to meat that you normally just eat when you order a burrito. It's just whatever. Give me whatever's best. I guess. Maybe. Let me see. Can I squeeze in a Satsuki show since maybe? Nintendo is just milking at this point. I don't like console exclusives for a reason. Well, I mean, has been a while since the first Switch was out, so it was about time. It was just it just depends on yourself on whether or not you want to play the games early when they get released. When consoles, it hasn't even been a year yet since they've released, so still by choice. I mean, isn't it releasing like next year though? What was it called? I don't even know what it was called. Was it? I think it was Fortune's Weave. Yeah, it's still a whole year. It's gonna practically be out after a year this console's been out, I assume. Oops, I don't want to do that race. Pokemon's fine, like I said, because that's gonna still be available in the Switch one. I think the same thing for Metroid. I think. Not too sure. But yeah, it's still early. I don't necessarily blame it. Now if they had start releasing more games or titles that I cared about, then sure. But they haven't, so it's fine. Still gives me a good amount of time before I feel like I need to get the Switch 2. As long as I don't feel the need. I don't remember how the stamina recovery is after here. I know it's not as much as the second year. I'm gonna just rest to be sure. I could have done a race because none of the trainings were great, but whatever. Plus, Nintendo is always milking. Their games are like never on sale. So yeah, it's always been like that with Nintendo. Maybe if I focus on speed more instead of power. Normally I'd pick power instead of speed, but maybe. You can call me Jiggle Boy, but then Flatbread can't jiggle. Sad. Yes, and that's why you are Jiggle Boy. Ellen and Zenless, I didn't feel that buff since I don't have her. I haven't tried because Miyabi. I haven't tried because Miyabi, so... As for Anby, we'll have to see what happens. Yep, not much cope for that. As for the buff arena, I'm hoping that comes out soon. I have her built somewhat, and I do like her design as Mama Creek of Zenless. Yeah, for how long we knew about Arena's buff, it never really Happened. For how long we knew about it, or at least heard about it at this point, because it's been a while. Still hasn't happened. Now we hear Anby's gonna get one. So is Anby's gonna happen before? Maybe. We don't know. I'll use Harumasa if you do Shushu. I guess without trigger Sanbi. I guess that is one way to put it. Soldier Anby is kind of hard to play. Sita's boycotted. I have to stay strong. Shushu. Anby is hard to play? I don't think so. If I were to pick what was harder, I'd say maybe Evelyn would be harder than Soldier Anby. You don't learn how to pick up Evelyn's gameplay, at least. But I believe, yeah, that's what I think. At the very least. Ooh, we gotta have to use a ticket. It's fine. But even without trigger, she's been fine. Polker was the, well, before, I guess if you wanted to use her with Seed, but if it's just an Anby team, just having Polker is fine. I was clearing stuff with that team perfectly fine. Did I notice that there could have been a little bit better? Yeah, of course, but I was still clearing Deadly Assault and Shield with it, so. But the Harumasa thing, I mean, Harumasa would have never been built. One, because, well, he was potentially going to get built at one point, but then they released Anby, so didn't need Harumasa to begin with. And plus, even before Anby, I had Yanagi already, so I kind of had electric DPS to sit in already. Before and after Harumasa, so... I mean, I can still build him just to see him use... Let's just see you use him. If that's the case. Maybe. Maybe. I guess we'll just see how long you go without an electric DPS because you don't like Anby. Or at least, I guess apparently kind of hard to play. I guess. At least from what you said. But per the leaks, the next character, Gunchick, is a fusion DPS. I actually knew she was a fusion DPS a while ago when people first leaked her. She just appeared and I was like, okay, let me just take a quick look, and I was like, I see. So this one is the legit fusion DPS, and it seems that she doesn't have that insane power creep that people were talking about. The same could be said about the homeless looking dude. He seems to be a support from what I can tell, and unlike Brant, offers no damage whatsoever. Not sure if I'll pull for the homeless bum, but we'll see. Oh, so you're saying he's just a pure support? That's interesting. That is interesting. But that might be the time where I skip polls. I did it for Brant. I don't know. I'll see what he does, but it's a 95%. I will give him 5% chance, but it's a 95% chance I won't pull for him. You guys got Nekomata a long time ago. Long time ago. I think mine is at least 3 copies. She could be more than 3 copies, but at least 3 copies. I think second most would either be... Could be Lycon, actually. with, yeah, possibly 3, if not 2. I don't think I've gotten more than that. I don't think I got Grace as much. Helena I might have gotten at least 2. She should have at least 2. I think. I think. Rena actually probably don't even have a copy. Same with Soldier 11, because Soldier 11 was the last of the standard characters I didn't get. So I got her literally towards the end. But yes, got Nekomata. She's the only standard character that I'm missing. I could get her from the exchange thing in a standard banner, but meh. I'm just waiting to see who I get to M5 first and then use that to M6 them. Yeah, you're better off just... You're probably better off just waiting to get Nekomata off of 50-50. That'd probably be more worth to use on whoever other character that possibly has a better chance in being used, which would probably be Rena. Probably most likely Rena. So what I did over the weekend is start an auto JP run in Uma, the MM in the background while having GFL1 auto grind. On the phone while watching YouTube while manually clearing that mode in reverse called Series of Dusk. This is the roguelike mode and it takes probably 45 minutes per run, so I have been looking up guides to clear the content fast just to get the rewards. What I'm aiming for is the Miss Babel skin that looks, or Babel, I don't really know how to say it, but I'm gonna just say Babel, that sounds more appropriate than Babel. I don't know. Looks really good. I'm still farming as of now, writing this comment, but I'm getting there. Well, I don't know how far you got into it now at this point, but if you're still farming for it, good luck. If not, then I guess congrats because you got the skin. I guess the symbol you put is apparently a Chinese character that is not really used anymore. It just represents a face going, I guess, surprised look, eyes wide open face. It's something that's funny and I still use it from time to time. I had a feeling it kind of looked like that, but at the same time I was like, maybe he's trying to say something and I just can't apparently translate it. But it's just representing a eyes wide open surprise face, I guess. Then you're gonna love the abbreviation of Narita Top Road. Well, we already know that one. And admire Vega. Oh. Oh. There's a meme that shows them shaking hands with each other with their abbreviations. Now that you mention it, I think I may have came across it. Just randomly. Now that you mention it. Because that sounds familiar. But yeah, I get the abbreviations regardless. Gold CM is just confusing to me. I've never done those in the first year, so everything's new. I didn't know Gold Chip was meta. I didn't know debuffers were that game changing. I didn't know people would rage at not getting a CM title for the finals. Oh, I didn't know about the last one because I wasn't really getting any. Debuffers, yeah, it's been a thing. I didn't really do it as much, but it was a thing. I could say Gold Chip was probably most likely meta. I just never realized it at the time because I was just doing me. I was just doing me. But for some odd reason, back now in global, everything is now apparent, kinda. Somehow with parents, easy solution. 10 to 15 runs of auto each day. I think I'm getting Sky Parent done soon. Then it's very simple. Borrow a good rental Uma as the other parent and get all runners done. Calstone Light, Machan, Valentine, and Curran Wedding. It's going to be very straightforward. For me with Curran... Wait, isn't she? Oh, I guess runners as in your choices. I thought you meant Curran as a runner. Because I was like, wait, isn't she a leader? Well, no, that makes sense. Although I just don't have parents. I should probably do auto runs of it, honestly, but I need to set it up. I need to set it up. And then the last comment from Nova says, did the new tower adversity? And I have to say that it's okay. I was worried that a casual like me is gonna struggle, but it turned out okay. I wasn't even using Mortifi and used Yinlin as replacement. Who are we using Mortifi for? Augusta? Huh? Surprisingly, I got full stars on the 3rd floor, but not on the 4th floor. Many content creators think that the 3rd floor is much harder, but I guess I'll just redo the 4th floor what I have, you know. Good thing the tower adversity is 29 days or something. I kind of like that. People complaining that it should be every 2 weeks, but I'm like, nah, fam. I think every 2 weeks is manageable still. As long as you get it done within the 2 weeks. It's basically like Zenless. It's every 2 weeks. Well, since there's 2 and they change every 2 weeks after they update, it just feels like an every week update with something. So I'm fine with that because something to do. Something to do on that day. But other than that, that is pretty much it. All the comments from Nova. Thank you, Nova, for all the comments. And I believe just Tanoki to replying to one of the comments. Thank you for that. Appreciate it as always. Next comments are going to be from Eugen. The first one says, me see Nova comment. Me eat lunch. And then Nova says, working from home today. Makes sense. On why Nova didn't get beat this time. And then lastly from Eugen, Ayo? I'm naughty, so I wish Santa will give me a Switch too, since I never had one. Oh. Okay. But I'm accepting donations of the old Switch. Want to play Marika Mario Kart. Give me sports boxing. Still envy. I still need to train one, but I need to get parents out of the way. Still working on Zenless, but I think Jafufu almost in 50% crit rate. It's just that I can't change the other 2 discs for impact due to the crit rate drop dramatically. Well, gotta make it work somehow. Gotta make it work somehow. That's all for all stunners. Because they're all using the same set, basically. Still leveling up Trigger. And I missed dailies today because I fell asleep again. And it's time to prepare for work. It's alright. It's alright. As long as you get your characters done at one point. Like I said, it's better sooner than later, though. But thank you, Eugen, for the comment. Appreciate it as always. I think the last 2 turns, I'm just going to have to just recover using the dates because I had 2 4 ticket trainings. Although Tamamo did not reach event chain 3. That's unfortunate. Last comment from what I saw is from Rick. I finished the Prince of Tennis and I really enjoyed it. I still have the new Prince of Tennis to watch, so I'll still watch them play tennis. Yes. And they had crazy powers. I hope that the protagonist at least will be at the same level or higher at some point of the new Prince of Tennis. Of his last match. Tennis of his last match in the Prince of Tennis. Also, I'm watching Hajime no Ippo. It is also being fire. If Umas could inherit guts from Ippo, they could easily max guts. Oh, Balzan fighting spirit in Ippo is huge. Okay. Okay. Eugen responded saying, "Have you watched The Fall of the Mustard King?" I'm assuming you meant fall, not all. Rick says, "The Mustard King? I never heard of that anime. I know someone with a similar nickname. Supreme Lucky Mustard King, or you can call him Nova." Yeah. Then Eugen says, "It's soon to be an anime or anime manga project." That's kind of funny. Well, other than that, that should be it for all the comments. Let me refresh just to be sure. Yep, it seems like that's it for all the comments. So thank you, Eugen, Nova, and Rick for all the comments. And then Tanoki popping in to respond to one of the comments. Appreciate it as always. And now, I guess we can go finish off the run. Is it the run? I don't know. Hey, Tamamo. All right. I thought we weren't going to be able to do it, but we did. Yeah, yeah, let's do that. All right. So if I just get speed trainings, pretty good speed trainings, I think this will probably be my best Kita run. Probably, if I can get speed to at least over 1800. Or at least reach 1800, maybe. Sometimes I do wonder if I should just use one guts card and try 2 speed again. Actually, I should have just tried it. I don't know what I was thinking. Because sometimes I do realize, I think I mentioned this in yesterday's video, that guts does make it quite early, but I feel like that's because, you know, we have 2. I don't know. It's just what I'm thinking, I guess. Because definitely, I am definitely sure if I run 2 speed, I shouldn't have the issue of speed being low most of the time, or not like half the time. It would mostly average out around the 1700s if I don't reach 1800. It would be a bad RNG if I ended up with only close to 1700, which has happened. Eesh. I'm gonna just give it a speed. Speed should make it over 1800, but it could have been a little bit higher if we had gotten rainbow trainings for it instead. I think I will try 2 speed. But I'm probably set up auto runs after this, just so I could give it a shot. And hopefully come up with short distance parents that I don't have to, at least one parent for myself, at least. But let's just get some of these skills out of the way. I don't think I reached 1400 stamina, so I might grab 2. I grabbed 2, this one and the other one I saw. Could technically grab the third one. I don't remember if that's the spring one. I mean, summer one. Hmm. Hmm. I think I'm gonna just grab another one of these. And then yeah, whatever. All right. Let's see how this training went. This is probably feels like one of my better ones in a while. So we'll see. We'll see. UB4. Not my best one, but it did feel at least better than what I normally had been getting. Ended off with 1818 on speed. Like I said, could have been higher if we had gotten more, or at least the last 3 turns speed trading off of that. Power definitely could have been higher because it was capped out like around 17 something, but we got a 1390 on stamina, 1596 on power, 1621 on guts, which I believe is capped out, and then 1300 on wise, which is also capped out. This is the reason why I want to try possibly going to 2 speed and give that a shot. Maybe I'll do it. I'll give it a try after. And then we also got an S aptitude on medium distance. That didn't make top 3. Might have a UB5. Maybe 2 of them. Maybe. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys have been up to. Maybe training for short distance. Maybe for the League of Heroes. That is there. Maybe. Or still tootling about prepping for the medium distance one next week. But if there's anything else y'all want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined a Discord server, link is also down in the description. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle, or are for those that are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle, and then after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Quest channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again, and as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.